Our next event is the men's 1650-yard freestyle. Heat 6 of a timed final. Swimming in lane 1 from Sandpipers of Nevada, Nicholas McDowell. Lane 2 from Nitro, Chris Yeager. Lane 3 from Loveland Swim Club, Liam Gately. Lane 4 from Nitro, Sean Grisham. Lane 5 from Nitro, Taylor Abbott. Lane 6 from Conejo Swim Club, Roger Kriegel. Lane 7 from Medina Swim Club, John Thomas Larson. Lane 8 from Irvine Novas, Joseph Lestelik. Fastest time in heat swum earlier today, Zach Yaden of Alamo area, 15:09.77. Sean Grisham 23.4 at the 50. McDowell 24.0. Grisham at the 100, 49.1, splitting at 25.6. Nicholas McDowell, 50.0, splitting at 26.0. Chris Yeager in third at 50.5, splitting at 26.0. Grisham splitting at 26.4. McDowell at 26.5, 26.3 for Chris Yeager. At 200 yards today, Zach Yaden was 145.1, splitting 27.1 at that point. Sean Grisham coming in on 200 yards, 142.2, splitting at 26.5. McDowell, 143.4, splitting at 26.8. Yeager, 143.5, splitting at 26.6. Grisham, another 26.5. McDowell, 27.0. Yeager, 26.7. Yeager now in second, turning at 210.2 at the 250. At 300 yards, Sean Grisham, 235.4, splitting at 26.6. Chris Yeager, 237.0, 26.8. McDowell, 237.6, splitting at 27.2. So Grisham about 4.5 seconds already ahead of the pace set by Zach Yaden earlier. Grisham 26.6, Yeager at 26.9, McDowell at 27.2. At 400 yards, Sean Grisham, 328.8, splitting at 26.7. Chris Yeager, 331.0, splitting at 27.0. McDowell, 331.9, splitting at 27.1. Grisham at 450, splitting a 26.6. 27.0 for Yeager, 27.4 for McDowell. At 500 yards, Zach Yaden was 430.75. Pretty consistently splitting 27.7s. Sean Grisham coming into 500 yards. 422.3, splitting a 26.8. Chris Yeager, 425.2, splitting a 27.1. McDowell, 426.8, splitting a 27.4. Grisham at 550, splitting a 26.4. Yeager another 27.0. 27.5 for McDowell. Yaden was 526.5 at 600 yards. Grisham 515.5, splitting a 26.7. Yeager 519.5, splitting a 27.3, 27.5 for McDowell at 521.9. $26.7 for Grisham. 27.3 for Yeager, 27.6 for McDowell. .700 yards, Sean Grisham, 609.0. Splitting us 26.8. Chris Yeager, 614.3. Splitting a 27.3, 27.7 for McDowell, turning it 617.3. Taylor Abbott in fourth, 620.3, splitting 27.5s. He's out split McDowell a couple times now. At 750, Grisham splitting a 26.7. Yeager at 27.3, McDowell at 27.7. And Abbott again out splits McDowell, going 27.6. Grisham at 800 yards, 702.8, splitting a 27 flats. Yeager 709.0, 27.3. 27.7 for McDowell, 27.6 for Abbott. McDowell turning at 712.7, Abbott at 715.6. Grisham at 850, splitting at 27.1. Yeager at 27.4. 27.8 for McDowell. Abbott at 27.5. Here's Sean Grisham at 900 yards, 757.0, splitting at 26.9. Chris Yeager, 803.0, splitting at 27.3. 28.3 for McDowell, 27.6 for Abbott. Abbott's closing in on McDowell. McDowell in third, 808, 87, 810, 81 for Abbott. Sean Grisham at 27.2 at 950 yards. Yeager 27.4. In third is Nicholas McDowell. Splits at 28.4. Abbott at 27.7. Just over a second separating the two of them. Here is Sean Grisham at 1,000 yards. 851.27. splitting a 27.0. Chris Yeager at 1,000, 858.7, splitting a 27.4. McDowell still in third, 28.0, turning at 9.05.3. Abbott again outsplits him, 27.6, turning at 9.06.2. Grisham at 10.50, splitting another 27.0. 27.5 for Yeager. McDowell 27.8, 27.6 for Abbott. About half a second separating the two of them as they battle for third. Sean Grisham at 1,100 yards, 9:45. .5.2 for Grisham, 27.1 is the split, 27.5 for Yeager at 9:53.8. McDowell splitting at 28.1, turning at 10.01.3. Taylor Abbott just 3/100ths back. He split at 27.5. And Grisham at 27.0 again. Here comes Yeager, I'm guessing either a 27.3 or a 27.5. It's 27.5. And this is where Taylor Abbott passes Nicholas McDowell. 10.29.1, he splits a 27.8. McDowell split a 28.3. At 1,200 yards, Sean Grisham, 10.39.8, splitting a 27.2. 27.6 for Yeager at 10.49.0. Taylor Abbott in third, 10.56.7, splitting a 27.6. Grisham splitting a 27.3 at 12.50. Chris Yeager at 1,250 yards, 27.7 is the split. Taylor Abbott splitting a 27.9. So at 1,300 yards, Zach Yaden was 11.56.9. Sean Grisham is more than 20 seconds under that, 11.34.3, splitting a 27.2. Chris Yeager, 11.44.4, splitting a 27.7. Here's Taylor Abbott in third, 11.52.8, splitting a 28.0. Grisham at 13.50, splitting a 27.6, slowing down a little bit. Yeager, 27.7. Taylor Abbott, 27.9. Here is Sean Grisham at 1,400 yards, 12.29.6, splitting a 27.5. Chris Yeager, 12.40 flat, splitting a 27.7. Taylor Abbott in third at 1,400 yards, 12.48.7, splitting a 28.0. Grisham splitting another 27.5. Chris Yeager, 27.6. Taylor Abbott, a 27.9. Here's Sean Grisham at 1,500 yards, 13.24.5, splitting a 27.4. Yeager, 13.35.2 at 1,500 yards, splitting a 27.6. Taylor Abbott in third, turning at 13.44.6, splits a 27.9. Grisham, 100 yards to go, splitting a 27-3. Meet records 14:55:32. Sean Grisham, 50 yards to go, 19.3, splitting a 27-3. Yeager going into the bell lap. 30.2, splitting a 27-1. Here's Taylor Abbott. 40.2, splitting a 27-7. And here is Sean Grisham of Nitro, shattering the old meet record. The old meet record, 14:55:32. Sean Grisham goes 14:45:88. Splits a 26-5 on that last 50. Second from Nitro, Chris Yeager, 14:56:79. And third, completing the sweep for Nitro, Taylor Abbott, 15:06:99. Those will be the top 3 times in the events. Fourth in the heat, 15:12:95. That's Nicholas McDowell. So Zach Yaden's time earlier of 15:09:77 will be the 4th fastest time overall. Congratulations to your new meet record holder, Sean Grisham of Nitro.